Todd Carlson kicks us off with a mighty caw. We got ourselves a deck of cards. Why do we have Traveler here? Well, I know that on the tin it says we're going to be playing Be Like a Crow, and we will, but we're all adults here. We can do whatever we want. So I wanted to show you where we're at with the Traveler campaign. This is our main event. And if I show you the calendar here, see, we've got the Black Raven jumped on the 6th. We need to find out if they have a random event for the week. The Scout is going to land on Wednesday. So sometime in the next couple of 3 days, we can catch up with the Scout. He lands on the system of Intania. But since he's not there right now, we got a little bit of time to kill, and that means we can break out Be Like a Crow. Caw, caw. Do I need to do the caw, caw? Well, where are we at here? So remember last time we got in a fight with a cat. We ran from a cat, and then we beat up a hostile seagull. I believe that seagull's name was what was it? I looked it up. Mike Gordon. You'll have to Google it for that joke. I got a little cheat sheet. One of the things I think. I doubt that Tim Roberts, author of Be Like a Crow, has much of a background in wargaming. There is no quick reference sheet. Seems like a pretty big oversight for a game like this. So I made my own, and this is what I refer to. Just to do a quick refresher. When you fly, you do 1 event per hex. When you land, you do 2 events. You can have 2 objects max. Jokers can be used to auto-win a combat. Well, is it a combat check, or is it a skill check? I think. Oh, that's a good question. Do you auto win the combat? That's crazy powerful, because that means you're doing like, that's like the up down, left right BA start hack, man. There it is. Fledgling. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Automatically win 1 combat attack. So it's not. Win 1 combat attack, not 1 combat. So I'm going to put this down. Win combat attack, success. Right? That is a skill check. The attackers always go first. You choose between dive, bomb, claw, beak, or fire. Jokers can be used to win a combat check, a skill check, heal 2 wounds, or discard a card you don't like and draw again. I don't know why you would discard if you get a card you don't like and draw again when you could just automatically pass. These two seem a little bit redundant to me, but I don't know about that. You can heal. When you are landed, you can make a preen check, and that means you heal up 1 wound. Question for the chat. Jose Corvo is on the wing. Now, we did him as a fledgling, and we completed 2 objectives. Today, he is a juvenile. So make your own Necromunda jokes. He is a raven, and here are his skills. I forgot to draw. Here, let me draw a picture of a raven here. Boop, boop. See, there's my raven, and there's his beak, and there you go. Look, I'm an artologist, see? Description, well, let's see. He's a black bird. But we can go a little deeper than that, because he does have a gas mask, which gives him advantage on scares. Draw 2 cards, take the highest. And it protects him from noxious gases. He also has mechanical wings that give him a bonus to his fly score. And he has a monocle. We're doing steampunk after all. That gives him a +1 to his search skill. And then we leveled up, so he's doing pretty good. Because he is a raven, he's got a advantage on all of his scare checks. Now, last time, we were really bad at navigating and really good at evading because we were a tiny little fledgling. We just got out of the nest. This time, we're a juvenile, so we're a little bit bigger. So we no longer have advantage on evading. But we do have 2 points in the evasion skill. And to refresh your memory, because we are this is an ongoing campaign, because we're doing steampunk, we ended at one of the windmills over on the edge of town. The last event that we generated, we had to, did I write it down here? We had to go find a thing. Oh man, I can't remember what it was now. I should have rewatched my episode. I started to, but I forgot. The objectives. So we have to complete 3 objectives today, and unlike last time, we're gonna take much better care of recording what our objectives are. Our initial objective for the clockwork, it says we need to search. Let me see. So we have 13 different objectives. The airship has gone missing outside the city. There it is. A character has asked us to locate their friends who are aboard it. Maybe you can locate it and the other passengers too. I can't remember who the character was. But the nice thing about this solo RPG is that it doesn't really matter. By the way, before we go any further, I did find out if you search for Be Like a Crow on the YouTube, you can watch the author himself, Tim Roberts, do a little playthrough. And also, this was a Kickstarter in 2001. And I should probably go, I forgot to double check that. He raised a lot of money. This is a little embarrassing. It might have been $10,000. Might have been like 60. I want to say it was like 67,000 British pounds for Be Like a Crow. And originally, the original Kickstarter just had 3 of these settings in it. But because they busted through, I think it was $6,700 now that I think about it. Because $100,000 for this is, well, either way, man, even $6,000, boobala, I am in the wrong racket. I've been making these videos for 5 years, and I ain't seen one thin dime, man. I'd be making myself some solo RPGs. You can make bank doing that. $10,000, y'all are slacking, man. Anyway, you can go look that up if you want. You can get a copy of this at criticalkit.co.uk, and oddly enough, Critical Kit is spelled exactly the way you would think it is. Ravens, vultures, and owls are soaring in the desert. Duke Leto is in the house. Brian Reninger, Cra. Duke Leto, we ran into Jonathan L. That's what we call him. He's obviously we're in a steampunk world. That old hippie was tired of doing his loop-de-loops, and he needed to be escorted down to this windmill. And there's 2 here, and this is the one that we escorted him to, and we got jumped by another seagull, and that seagull was, as I said, Michael Gordon. And so we beat the stuffing out of Michael Gordon because he was trying to drag old Jonathan Livingston back to the trash heap when Jonathan was like, I'm trying to meet my guru here, okay? I want to fly up to the sun and then like learn the secret of life, the universe, and everything, which weirdly enough had nothing to do with Viva Cristo Rey. So, I mean, that's a bit unfortunate. What are you going to do? But we're down at this, we're down here now, and we have to go search for a thing. I can't remember what it was. Oh, how embarrassing. We're going to search here, so we got to fly over there first, and then it will be there on a 5 or a 6. If it's not there, we're going to fly over here, and we're going to search, and we're going to find it on a 3, 4, 5, or 6. Although now that I think about it, this is a card-driven system. Maybe we'll come up with a different way of doing that. If it's not here, we have to fly all the way over here outside of town. It's crashed in this backyard. So that might be a problem too for us. And we met some friends. We had a good time. A lot of people want our help, and we had to turn them down because we were really focused on finding a magic screwdriver. A steampunk screwdriver, right? But we're already 10 minutes in, and I think we're ready to play. If you are unfamiliar with the rules, just bear with me, okay? You're going to pick it up really quick. It's not that hard. Let me see if I can lock that in. Duke Leto Atreides is in the house. Thank you for that. Scuttle. Oh, for that. Thank you. Scuttle was the name of the other seagull in that movie with the fishy-legged mutant girl. Scuttle. What was it called? Little Mermaid. Yeah, Todd Carlson goes and confirms 67,000 British pounds. That's like $100,000. That's like 90. Yeah, that's about 95 to 100, depending on the exchange rate and when you do it. That's some serious dosh. Man, I got to do a Kickstarter. And there we go. So after the rake, after the Kickstarter takes their cut, he gets about $5,000. Ravens, vultures, and owls soaring in the desert tonight. Christopher Sebald. They're soaring over the town of Clockwork. Well, let's see. of we're Sebaldvania. That's our town. Sebald. Well, it wouldn't be Vania, would it? It would have been. It'd be Sebaldington. That's the name of our town. And as I said, we have to go find a thing. The objective that we drew up. I'm just gonna have to redo the thing that we need to do. Oh, we're going to find the crashed people. That's what it is. They're wrecked, and we need to take them. I don't know, something. That's our first objective. So the way this works, you fly. Whoop, 1 hex, and you flip to the. I put a little flag. I should have put some post-it notes. And I've folded these. I've shuffled them. Put them over here. Well, where do I put these? I'm going to put it up here. And our discard pile is going to be with a number 10. Gives us an event in flight. It's a black card, so we use the right-hand page. And a 10 means a bird joins you in flight and presents you with a task. You may generate a new objective. Okay, so we have these objectives listed, and we've learned our lesson from last time. Getting better, getting stronger all the time. Our new clockwork objective is going to be, and this one suit doesn't matter. The 5 says, a character has been receiving anonymous death threats from someone. Hoax. Let's see. A postmark on one of the letters is from location. So we need to draw 2 cards. The person and the location. We flip to the personages. And because they're both red, the character is, on the jack, a magpie inventor at a cargo carrying airship. All right, so a magpie inventor has been getting death threats, and the postmark is from. So we're going to dock somebody, gather evidence, and report your findings to the chief of police. All right, magpie inventor is being threatened, and so we have to go to a cargo airship for evidence, and then we have to go to the police. Take it to the feds, baby. And then we'll be able to finish that objective. So remember, we got to finish 3 objectives tonight, and then we'll level up. Not a bad event. It was safe. Oh, I got a question for you. This is for the chat. Remember, we finished yesterday. Oh, I never mind. I already decided. I have no injuries. I'm hardy. I'm hale. I'm fresh as a daisy. I'm ready for this, baby. Notice you don't get any hit points as you go up. So, and instead of like gaining hit points, we decided, and by we I mean me, that you just automatically heal all the way up. Oh, my camera's just driving me bonkers. Let's see if we get a little more light on this. See if that helps. You know what I ought to do? I ought to run a Kickstarter, buy Mr. Wargaming a decent camera so he's not using his junk cell phone anymore. My cell phone is 2 years old, which makes it like 100 in people years. We fly another hex. Skadoosh. I thought the crashed ship. Maybe you can locate it to locate their friends. A character. I don't remember who the character was though. It wasn't the head chef. Spurned hamster, unlucky noble, parrot archaea. Oh, there are parrots in this. Oh, hooray! I like this game even better all the time. An octopus in a wheelchair. Okay, okay. That's a bit silly. Events in flight. We have to generate another event. We get a 2 of hearts. Remember, we have our 2 jokers in hand. We earned those last time, and I didn't discard them. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not a snitch. You become. Oh, so what was that? It was a 2 of hearts. Another bird joins you in flight. They are carrying an object. You can persuade them to give it to you. Well, what are they carrying? First of all, Now, I'm only carrying the gas mask. You're only allowed to carry two objects. The monocle and the mechanical wings don't count against that because you get one object in your beak, that's the gas mask, and one in your hands, and we don't have anything there. So we can generate an object, and the objects are setting specific. There are different objects for the Steampunk and the Tower of London. And I encourage you all to go research the Ravens of the Tower of London. There's an interesting story there that as a son of the traitorous colonials, it's maybe not my place to say. But I know about it because, I mean, these are my ancestors, right? This is where we come from. Whether the new not Americans want to admit it or not, we are sons of Albion. I'm generating an object. Oh, I'm generating a queen of spades, aren't I? The object is, so it might surprise you, we Yanks, we legitimate Americans know a lot about that. A miniature top hat. While wearing this, you can get into all the right places, make befriend checks with authority. So we're like, hey, cool, sweet hat, bro. Can we have it? And he's like, well, I don't know, man. That's kind of my thing, And we're going to look like internet atheists? No, that's Fedora. If it was a Fedora, we'd be passing that all together. The difficulty on this is going to be a king. Now, here's the way that skill checks work. We do have +1 to befriend. So we have to get a queen in order to succeed. And with an 8, he's like, but no, you can't have my hat. Get out of here. Hit the bricks. No, he said, well, birds wouldn't say hit the bricks, would they? They would say hit the skies, take to the skies, wing it, baby. Dartmart's in Texas. They got crows in Texas, don't they? So there we go. Look at that, we got one more. All right, now here's where it gets a little interesting. We need to search here. So we're going to land down here. This is where we're at. We'll come up. See the cruise airship. I don't know why it's right here. It should be moving around the map. One thing that might be fun is if you had an airship marker or a token, and you moved it just once every turn, just as you go through the game. And then if I had to go to an airship, then where it is, it could be we could be lucky. It could be right next door. It could be on the opposite side of the map. And we could go pursue other objectives while it kind of moves around and chases us. That would be a fun little mini game that you could add to this. What? All right. Well, so we've landed, and we have to get through 2 ground events now. And then we'll check to see if this is where the crashed airship is. So we're looking, and you spot an object on the ground. That's our event on land. You spot object on the ground. You may take it. Look at that. Nobody's using it. Well, but what is it? It's a 7 of diamonds. It is a pendulum. It's no good for telling time, but it might make a good weapon. Add 2 extra ticks to your claw attack when using this. All right, we're done pecking at people. So I'll add that for now. Pendulum. And we may +2 claw attack. We may be able to trade that. The next time we have to befriend somebody, maybe we get a +1. If they've got an object like that Sir Topham hat that we ran into, bird Topham hat. We could offer him a pendulum and get an extra +1 on our befriend check. That would be reasonable. But then we would have to trade the pendulum for the top hat. So we have to think about whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. So now we got some bling, and we got our creepy gas mask. And we're flying around the city saying, nevermore, nevermore. There is no object. There's just a crashed... Oh, what kind of bird is it? That's a good question. I wish I had my... It just says a bird. Where is it? Let me go to that land event. You are hungry. You see events on land. You spot an object on the ground. You may take it. The other one, it said another bird joins you in flight. You persuade them to give it to you. Well, it had a top hat on, right? So what kind of bird would likely wear a top hat? we met a friendly. Yeah, it must have been a bald eagle, right? No, it must have been like Sam the eagle flying around. So the Red Queen. Wait, that's an object. We're looking for a land event. Ma'am, I'm only a land event. Events on land, the Red Queen, you meet a swan who has an object in their possession and will trade it for one of your objects. Hey, Turbo Nerd, welcome. Yeah, it's not a seagull. Could be a. It's not a penguin. Well, no, that was in flight. It's not a penguin. Right. So we meet a swan who will trade. Now we could fight the swan, but swans are terrifying. 5 hit points plus 2 attack. I don't think so. Not yet. Let's find out what his object is. His object is a black spade. Clockwork crow objects. The designs for a flying bicycle. Just what you need. More humans in the air. Still, these may prove useful for trading. Nah, I like my attack. Is it the Red Queen is in Raccoon City? Well, there are some clockwork. Is there a clockwork girl in here? That could be appropriate. So we finished our 2 objects. Now, I had a 1 in 3 chance that this is the place that we need. That we need to find it. But I like the idea of burning cards more than I like the idea of rolling dice. So instead, why don't we... first of all, do we determine that we need to make a search check to see if we find the thing? I think that's a reasonable thing. Our search is at +1. So first of all, we do, if we're successful, so we need a 2 and we got a 3, so we are successful. So if it's here, we found it. Otherwise, another day passes and we have to get through 2 events. But that's not the case. We have either found it or we've eliminated this hex as a possibility. Let us say that there is a 1 in 4 chance. And if it's a spade, it's here. If it's not, we have to fly over to this one. And then if it's a black card, it'll be here. And then we'll go over here, and if it's anything but a diamond, and if it's not there, we'll have to go somewhere else. So this could take a while. Spade, we found it. We found the crashed airship. So that is our first objective. Find crashed airship. And so we will dive into the wreckage, and we'll peck at somebody and wake them up. And we'll drag them. We'll grab their, like, I don't know, what, like a business card or their driver's license or whatever the clockwork equivalent is, and we'll alert the nearest authorities. We'll go drop it. We'll go alert somebody over here, and that we've met our objective. The next objective we have is we have to go to a cargo airship who is docked at. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes with airships. So that's going to be, we'll go clockwise from here. Spade, hearts, diamonds, clubs. That's the hex we got to get to. And another spade. So it's this nearby dock. We got to go to this dock, successfully perform a search. We got to land and go through 2 land events, successfully perform a search, and then we have to get to Sebaldington Police Department headquarters, which will be in the old city, I think. And didn't we decide that this is the library right here? And we'll put the police department right here. This looks like a good, right on the corner, right where they can keep an eye on things. Or do we put it, or do we want to make this the police department? I like the corner. I'm going to put a big 1 right, put a big PD. I'll never remember that. Let's think of a better way to do that. So that's a 1, and then over here I'll put 1 is the police department. All right, we're taking wing. We'll go up here first and generate an encounter in flight. Now, for those of you that missed the last episode, this is actually one of those journaling games. Use your colored pencils. Todd Carlson, the monocle helped find the ship. Use your colored pencils. You're a genius. This is why, man, I'm telling you, I have the best live chat in the business. If I was a wiser man, I would have come in here and I would have colored in all this waters. That maybe Remember when you were a kid and you were like, I'm coloring, and you thought you would never be able to use that in your professional life? I still haven't. It's not like I'm doing this professionally. The police department is going to be in. Let's go with this orange right here, so we can color in the police department, and then I'll color this in with the police department color too. How about that? Man, you guys are good. Never cease to amaze me. Now I hope we've generated another objective before too much longer, because this could get awkward. I think if we don't generate an objective, then when we take the evidence to the officer, then he'll give us another mission. He'll be like, "Oh shit!" Wait, he's got to be Irish, right? Because the Irish police is like the shtick. He's got to be like, "Oh shit, Magora, you're one of the best investigating birds we've seen in the skies in Sebaldington. Would you like to do a bit of the old freelancing?" 6 for flight events is going to be a headwind slows you down. Don't leave your hex. Wah, wah. The next flight is going to be spot an object on land. To obtain it, you will need to land and take 2 turns before you leave the current hex. I don't want the object. I'm full up. I got everything I need. So we fly up here, and we have another flight. And that means a 4 says you meet a magpie who tells you where you can find an object in the next hex you visit. You can land and pick it up. You must take 2 turns on land before you can leave, though. An Irish freelancer. Yeah, boy. So there is an object. Now, here's the other thing we can do for persistence. I can put a little star here and make a little note. And the object is a 10 of diamonds. So the object here it's a hairpin, which gains tool use. So right here, now I'm not going to pick it up right now, but right here is a hairpin. We know where it is now. We can come back and get it at any time. I just need to write down that it is a red 10. And that'll tell me, I already know which genre we're in. I just need to remind myself which one of these units it is. So we're successful, and then like I said, we tried to fly here, and we got the headwind. So we flew to here, and it said you have to do another event, right? So this is the one that we're in right now. But I don't want to, again, there's an object, hairpin on ground. And I'll make a little note, see that there's a hairpin on the ground. So if I ever go back there and I want to go through 2 events, I can pick that hairpin up. A military, that's not it. A tailwind gives you haste. Advance immediately to any adjacent hex. Where we go? Oh, we're going over here. What am I doing? I'm going to cut right over the Duke's fort. I hope they don't shoot at me with their electro cannons. The 6 says a headwind slows you down. Draw another card. Make another turn. The 5 says you spot a congregation of magpies in their nests. You can choose to land and make a befriend check to assist you in a healing ritual. But we're not hurt, so we keep on trucking, baby. A sudden gust of wind knocks you sideways. Make a fly check. We are pretty good at flying, thanks to the fact that we are juicing with our... Where's fly? Travel? Here we go. We're at +2 because of our mechanical wings. We need to get an ace, and we get an 11, so we are successful. The strong crosswind doesn't bother us a lick. Where's the crosswind? Right, here it is in the 8. Make a fly check. On a failure, you drop 1 object. Make a successful navigate check, or become lost, and take 1 more turn in your current hex. So, we're here... and we have to make a navigate check. We no longer have disadvantage on that. We need a 3. We get a 12. Man, we're pretty boss, which means we don't need to draw another card. I don't want to fly over the Duke's fort. I'm gonna take a long cut around it. I'm afraid that the Duke's fort is not a happy place. The Jack of Diamonds, you become lost. Make a navigate check. We need an ace. We got a 6. If you fail, take another turn. We didn't. So we can move into this hex. And we make another check. And with a 7, a hostile gull is protecting their territory. Enter combat. All right, now I know who this gull is, too. Last time we met Mike Gordon. This time, Paul Reynolds. Let me grab a piece of notebook paper here. So Paul Reynolds. He's probably mad because he needs a comb. Or maybe he ran out of hair gel. That would be another thing that would make him very mad. These gulls are really hostile. All right, he's protecting his territory. So he's going to be a 2-4-1. That's a +2, 4 hit points. He does 1 blamage when he successfully hits. I need to make a successful evade check. And I have a +2, so I need a queen. I only got a 10, so I got to fight him. And so, curiously, I can opt to try to escape now. Once saw a seagull swallow a sparrow whole. I believe it. Which bridge is the one with the big flag hanging from it? Todd Carlson gets it. Todd gets the no prize. You check the live chat if you want to know what I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let the live chat do it. I'm going to let the live chat, keep it to themselves for now. If you're watching this after the fact, you're going to have to open the live chat. So we're fighting Paul Reynolds, and we're in this hex. Right, enter combat or make an evade check. If you choose to evade, you must travel to a new hex immediately. But I failed it. That means I go to combat and I make a second evade check. I don't want to fight Paul Reynolds, okay? He's too talented. So I need a 10 and I get a jack, so I successfully escape. If I failed that, he would attack me, and that would go on until I escaped or he murderized me. We now move to this hex here. And see, this is why I still consider this a role-playing game, because I have assumed the role of a crow, and I am making suboptimal choices based on the thought patterns and thinking of the character that I'm playing. My Raven does not want to go over the Duke's fort, even though it only adds 1 hex to his journey. But still, maybe I wouldn't have run into Paul Reynolds, an angry Paul Reynolds. 4 of hearts. You meet a magpie who can tell you where to find an object in your next hex. You're going to land and pick it up. So let's do this. Let's use green for the objects, okay? So I got an object here. I'm going to put a number 1. And then I was traveling out onto the water. So let's say, but I can go along the dock. So I'm going to say here in one of these little warehouses, there is object number 2. And object number 2, so here's 1 is the hairpin. Object number 2 is a 5 of hearts. Oh, I should have used my jokers. Oh, where should I put these? I'm going to put these... I'm running out of space here. I guess I'll put them right down there for now, to help me remember that I don't have to fight hit 1980s musical acts. I can just escape. I got 2 of them. I got 2 get out of jail free cards. I'm looking for the object. The rook flies by and asks for help. No, the 5. Let's see. The 4 was the magpie. The object is a red king, a school tie. The human fledglings put these under their squidgy heads with their gross hair. It's so furry. They do make lovely warm linings for nests, though. So if somebody says, I wish I had a nest, then I'm going to say there is a necktie. One of the monkey neckties. Necktie. And that is going to be the red king. And that will persist through the rest of our campaign right there at the docks. And that is, of course, the next hex that we will enter. And we will find ourselves in an ace. You meet a potential mate if you're Looking for love in all the dock places. Make a mate check. But I'm not. She would accompany me on my adventures. I don't know what good that would do me. Sounds like a bit of a hindrance, to be honest with you. So we move to the docks. Now we land on the docks, and we need to pass a search check. But first, we got to get through 2 land events. And that means a 4. A black 4 is a character who is hostile, wants to eat you. Oh, no. This time, it's a random character. It's not an angry go. It is a 9. It is a weary seagull. What we are, man, there's a lot of seagulls in this clockwork. I was hoping for a coal mine canary. Coal mine canary, 151. Oh, he's actually kind of tough. The weary seagull, what, he's like, I don't know. Oh, well, we are at the docks, so we landed, and he must be hungry. And we're going to go ahead and use our get out of jail free card here, okay? Pick-a-birds. Looking for nub in all the wrong places. Maybe the same seagull that I saw get swallowed by a pelican. There was an old seagull. There was an old pelican that swallowed a seagull. There was an old seagull that swallowed a pigeon. There was an old pigeon that swallowed a fly. I don't know why it swallowed the fly. Perhaps it will die. But we're all about the musical events today, aren't we? We've escaped from the tired seagull. He didn't really have it in him to chase us, which means our second land adventure is going to be a cryptic message made out of sticks laid out on the floor. Make a signal check. If you succeed, you can generate a new objective. What is a signal check? Well, whatever it is, I don't have any ability at it. So as I'm searching the warehouses for evidence of the crime, I'm trying to backdate the Post-it note. The anonymous letter had an address on it. All right, whatever. I need a 5, and I've succeeded, so I can generate a new objective at this point. And my new objective is going to be a red ace. I bet you that's a good one. The aces are probably pretty good. Generate your own event. Oh, no, that's event. Where's objectives? Your story, setting specific, prompts and maps. Oh, that's setting specific. I got to go to clockwork. Generate your own objective or draw. Okay, I'll draw again. Waste of an ace. The queen character needs object for their new invention. The 2 needs a king. Travel to the scrapyard, and the scrapyard is down here. Oh, that's not too bad. We're pretty close to that. Let's find out what the character and the item are, though. The character is an elderly gardener. Has left a message in sticks. And he needs what does he need? He needs a thing. An elderly character needs create your own object or draw again from this table. An elderly, what does he need? I can create my own object, right? It's probably not going to be at the steelworks. He needs a pack of seeds. But whatever we need, it's at the scrapyard, so it doesn't really matter what it is. He needs a bejeweled garden trowel. So I can add that to my... So we got to find... We found the crashed airship. So the old gardener needs a trowel. Apparently he needs a pen and some paper, too, if he's writing his messages in sticks in empty warehouses. Needs a trowel from... the scrapyard. And then where is it? Does it say where we have to take it? I don't think it does. We might need to generate another location to find out where to take it. The gardener, travel the scrapyard. You may need something to trade. What have they created? Well, I mean, he just needs some seeds, man. Oh, he just needs a trowel. He's got all the seeds he needs. Where's the gardener going to be at, do you think? Not at the coal mine. Not at the docks. Where is his garden? Is he the Duke's gardener? Probably not the watchmaker's district. Or is there a community garden somewhere around here that people like? There's a nice big square right here. It's pretty far away. Why don't we... Let's put it up here. So this is the community garden. And that's where we got to go. So all of a sudden, Seabald... I mean, not all of a sudden. We've been going at this for like 3 or 4 hours now. See, Baldington is unlike most of the clockwork cities. It also has, this is the cathedral down here, by the way. This is, you can hear the bells in the morning all over town. They just echo through the valley. So this is the mountain. They echo off the hills and around the docks as they proclaim the mass every Sunday morning. And all the good people of Sebaldington make sure to attend. There's little churches in here too. I wonder if, see, this one looks like a cross. That's why I declared it. I wonder if there's any other cross-shaped buildings in here. We might need to change some of these, because I can't. What a glaring omission. I'm a little embarrassed for the author, to be honest with you. I'd have to look at the other maps to see if they're a little bit more appropriate. The fort obviously has one. One of these is going to be a little chapel for the Duke and Duchess. Yeah, so there you go. We got to take it to the garden. Grab a trowel, take it to the garden. Take it to the garden. And that botanical garden is one of the wonders of the ages, I'm sure, with all kinds of mechanical steam pumps. But that was our first. So that was our first event on the ground. Our second event on the ground will be the 7. I wonder, I'll bet you if you play this too much, you might start to memorize these. You find a message scratched into the dirt by another of your species who needs help. You can generate a new objective. I would love to generate a new objective. Then maybe we can leave that goofball gardener. What kind of gardener doesn't have a trowel? Just use a stick. 9, your nest has been destroyed. Find a new location to build a new nest. You've heard, who destroyed our thing? The 8? All right, so this character, if we run into this character, an angry cat? No, that's Urban Crow. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's Urban. The 8, an unlucky noble. What? He's a wuss. Look at that. 011. Cathedral should be at Town Square. Yeah, well, there isn't. There's a lot of, like, I put it, yeah, it should be in the Old Town too, right? Like, just off the market. Maybe one of these that's kind of covered by the market. So there's a church. So this is probably well, that's the warehouse district too. Oh, the watchmaker district? Yeah, I think probably right here near the market, right? Or would it be near the Duke's Fort? Not in the Penny Quarter. That sounds like a bunch of poor people. Yuck. All right, I'm going to make this the cathedral then. That's a fair point. Retcon. Oh, I think I found an error. That was the last card we had, by the way. So this Bored Noble wrecked my stuff. If I run into that Bored Noble again, I'm gonna murderize him. You don't mess with my house. Bored Noble wrecked my stuff. The good news is, I know where there is a really nice necktie that would make a pretty kickin' couch. And I know a watchmaker. I know a ship's engineer who would be really good at that. Mine. Yeah, no, it wasn't a seagull though. It was this time. It was unless it's a weary seagull, and then it's like mine or whatever. Oh, it's a Gen Z seagull. That's what it is. We got a Gen Z. Mine are like, I don't know, whatever. Mine, unless the boomers already used it all up. I love you, Gen Z. You guys are the best. All our hopes rest on your shoulders. I only wish, let me, here, I'll put them up here. You're right, use the colored pencils. Maybe those will keep my stupid camera from going out of focus. I was thinking today, I went back, I would listen to a little bit of the last episode. Love that sound. Gen Z-Gull. Dark Mark is killing it today, man. He must have had an energy drink. Here's what we're drinking. Sparkling apple cider vinegar beverage. It's only got a little bit of sugar in it, so that ain't bad. It's too late at night. If I drink an energy drink, I'll be up too late. Oh, helps me keep It's non-acidic, helps me keep my stomach acids. I need a little help with that because I'm an old man. I'm a Gen X. I remember when we wore an onion on our belt, as was the style at the time. I remember when that joke was first on TV, as was the style. That's how old I am. I'm so old, I remember when we wore onions on our belt, as was the style at the time, was the style at the time. Why am I going off on this tangent here when I'm supposed to be playing a game? This is a live stream. We can talk about whatever we want. We are playing a solo RPG, and we all know that RPGs, as much fun as they are in and of themselves, they are an excuse to get together with, go to the live chat, with 13 of your best bros and just, shoot the bull for a little while. Oh dear, I can't remember where I was. I just generated the thing. I got to make a search check. Yeah, that's where I was. I need to beat a 10. Now, if I don't beat this 10, fortunately, because of my monocle, which is the only ocle I could use right now, fortunately, I got a +1 to this. So I need a 9 or better to search. Oh, ba-dum-bum. 2 more land events. So we have to spend another day searching around for the evidence. We are on land, and the Queen of Black Suits says you meet a friendly character who gives you some important information. Oh, I should put this down. Board no, wreck my stuff, rebuild nest. And I still haven't even finished my first objective yet. I'm really dogging it today. No, I did. I finished one because I found the crashed airship. So we're a third of the way there. The friendly character this time, a friendly airship captain, gives you some important information. You can make one future check with authority. Thank you, friendly airship captain. You're my favorite. I must have met him on the gangway. The king says, create your own event or draw again from this table. The captain was on the crashed airship. Yeah, he must have, he saved. He says, look, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's been like 8 days. It takes a long time as the crow flies. I earned his trust. And Captain, friendly captain, let's give him a name. Captain Crowguru, the Hindenburg. Captain Hindenburg, I love it, is our pal. That was our first one. And the king, we get to make our own event. We are down at the docks, and we can, or we can just do a new one. I should make up some of my own events specifically for the clockwork. I'm just going to draw another card because I'm bored. Create your own event or draw. Wait a minute. The king was the red king. Oh, right. Create your own event or draw again. Ace. Create your own event or draw again. Hans Ziegel. Let's see. 5 of clubs. You fall down a hole. Take 1 injury. Yeah, we fell down a hole. We're investigating a conspiracy. Take 1 injury, then make a fly check to free yourself. If you fail, you become fatigued. You can leave the hole on your next turn, but your next 2 skill checks are with a penalty. Now, by the way, the captain told us, be careful of the holes. There's like holes in the planking of these docks. Although these are water docks. Why are there water docks and an airport? I guess that makes sense. I guess even in Clockwork Land, when you've got Zeppelins, you still need to move stuff by surface vessel. Yeah, because all this coal is going to get dumped into the coal ships too, right? Yeah, I'll buy that. Okay. Now, we have to, so we fell in a hole. We took an injury. All right, I got to mark that. That's our first injury. We've got 5 hit points left. And then it says, make a fly check to free yourself. But we were at +1 on this because our friendly captain warned us. We had only to listen. We need to get a 9. And we fail. Even with our fly skill is 2, plus the 1 is an 8, we still failed. So now we are so tired. Your next 2 skill checks are with a penalty. Oh, okay. So now we search, and we have to draw 2 cards. And, oh, we got our joker. So we draw 2 cards, and we take the worst, but we spend the joker to find the pack of seed. Wait. Oh, we found the evidence. Okay. So we found the evidence, and we have to get to the police department and over here. So I propose that since we're already here, we're going to take 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use let's use this pencil so we know what we're doing here. I propose we fly down to the scrapyard to find the trowel. And then, but we're going to have to ditch our pendulum or our gas mask. Because we can only carry 2 things. We have the evidence we need, but if we go all the way up here... Oh, we also have to build our own little nest, don't we? I don't like either of these missions. Because we can fly back down over here. We could drop off... We could pick up the necktie and build ourselves a new nest somewhere. Maybe we build it in one of the cornices of the Duke's Fort for safekeeping. But I wonder if the Duke's Fort has defenders. Like, it probably has, like, the Macho Mandoff Pegasus Knights protecting it from evil, murderous murders of ravens. Oh, man. I'm assuming that the evidence is small enough we can, like, tuck it in a wing and it doesn't count against our objects. It would seem a little odd to me if you had to give up all your power-ups to keep track of your inventory. Maybe the evidence is... I'll tell you what the evidence is. We eavesdropped on the guys who are making the anonymous death threats. And because we're a raven, we can repeat those back to the chief of police. Hey, this is what I heard. Yeah, see, we're gonna scare them, see, by scaring them with the death threats, see? So we don't need to carry anything there, but I do think that if we're gonna get the trowel, we do need to pick that up. Good morning, Authoritative News Network. It's a necktie. We love these. Yeah, these card mechanics are great. So we're doing just to bring up to speed, Authoritative News Network. Tim Roberts wrote Be Like a Crow, a solo RPG. It's kind of a journaling RPG. You're supposed to do an event, and then you write up a little paragraph about what happened, and then you think about how the tools fit together. It's essentially the exact same thing that we do with Traveler, but it's designed from the bottom up to be, crow-themed, and we got this map. So we have 2 missions. Well, we have 3, but we're noble. We are a noble raven. So we are going to fly down to the scrapyard to grab some seeds. Then we're going to go up to the police department and warn them about a criminal conspiracy, because apparently we are a snitch. And then we'll fly the seeds over to the garden. That will complete 3 missions. Now, we could arguably fly down to the necktie, build our nest here, and say, oh, we won, it just won. But we are playing a role-playing game, so we make suboptimal choices because it's more fun to imagine ourselves as the paladins of the air. And we are helping those less fortunate, including gardeners who need their seeds. And who knows, if we get blown off course, it might make more sense to go to the garden first. We'll have to play and find out. But like I said, I'm now going to track my journey from this hex to this hex. So the blue is now my next. I should have done blue. I should have done blue for this phase of my life. And then in the next one, I could have used orange. And then you could see, I mean, it's not too late, right? So now it's too late. I started down here and I went bloop. And then I flew up here. I got blown off course a little bit. And then I came around this way, and now I'm coming down here, and I'm generating an event. But now I'm on the wing. I'm in the air. We've got another bird joins you in flight, carrying an object. You can persuade them to give it to you, or I can fight them for it. Man, I ain't gonna mug nobody in the air. I treat that as a get out of jail, get out of events free card. You meet a potential mate. Nope. Sorry, baby. I'm a knight errant. King, create your own event or draw again from this table. My event is I don't know, land and get some rest, and then I'm gonna come over here to the I'll just draw another one. Wait, the Red King. Oh no, the Red King. Sorry, the Red King. A flock of swallows offers to guide you to a location of your choice. If you accept, you only need to take one turn per 2 hexes traveled until you arrive at your destination. If you accept, you need to take one turn per 2 hexes. So that means they're going to guide me right to here. And I'm going to land, and I got to get through 2 land encounters. My first one is the 2 of clubs. I meet a character holding an object. Make a befriend check to persuade them to give it to you, or fight them for it. Otherwise, they leave you alone. I'm good. Thank you. And the Queen of Diamonds is you meet a swan who has an object, and we'll trade it. Well, let's find out what the swan's object is. The 8 of clubs says it is a squirrel with gold... No. Gangsta squirrel. Look at that. All right, guys. What would the name of the gangsta squirrel be? You know, the other thing you could do here is you could actually, like, record... If you wanted to do persistent campaigns, you could just, like, write the names of people down here, and maybe in pencil or ink if you're particularly bold, or wealthy if you want to wind up with a whole bunch of marked up books. You could write it down here, and then every time you meet that squirrel, I mean, the squirrel's not going to be in the same place all the time, right? He's moving around. Stim Snady. That ain't bad. What would... There's, MCDs. That would be mine. I think you know what D's I'm talking about. We are looking for an object that is the 8 of clubs to find out if we want to trade one of our objects for it. You guys are great. You make me laugh. It is a locations, characters. Where's my objet d'estime? There we go. Black 8. A puzzle box. Puzzle box. You must succeed in 3 successful use tool checks. If you succeed, then I can't remember what those guys are called. Then demons from hell come and take your soul and torture you forever. I ain't doing nothing with no puzzle box. I ain't stupid. I've seen the movies. If you fail, it explodes, destroying its contents. If successful, you find another object inside. Yeah, no, Mr. Swan, I am on to you. One of those, what do they call those guys? I want to say Arbites, but that's not it. Cenobites. The swan is a disguised Cenobite. So it's a swan. Here we go. This is what we ran into here. We have a swan, right? And he's got the elegant swan beak here. Oh, somebody's an artist, right? Here's the swan. He looks so beautiful, except he's got all of these pins coming out of his face. And then, yeah, we just met Pin Swan. And he's like, I got to turn my head for this one. I have such wonders to show you. Pinhead the Swan. You guys got it. You get Mr. Rocky. You guys are one step ahead of me. This is great, man. I love it. Oh, Pinhead the Swan. Hey, I have an innocent little puzzle box for you to solve. Nope. I have never noped out of an event faster in my life. That was our first. Was our first or our second? Now I'm having so much fun I lost track. I'm gonna do another land event just cause. And then we'll do our search check. You spot an object, but it's stuck. Clockwork turned dark. Yeah, we went dark punk. Let's see. It's one of these days. That's gonna be my role playing game. I'm gonna write a rule book. And it's going to be like steampunk, but it's for like raves. So it'll be punk. These are the jokes, people. The punk. Anyway, at least my live chat is funny. Where am I at here? 9, I got to generate an object. It's stuck in a hole. It's not the hole that I got stuck in. I'm flying. It's not stuck in a hole. It's pinned by all of the junk because we're down in the scrapyard. And I think it's called the scrapyard because that's where you find scraps. You should also have a page stating you can do what you want, no rules. Oh no, I have been reliably informed that there are a host of rules that one must follow because there is nothing more punk than adopting and signing on and enforcing all of the standard rules of the dominant culture of the day. That's what punk is all about today. Don't you know that? You can ask the corporate guys that packaged it, put a label on it, and then sold it to you with a 40% markup. Where are we at here? We're looking for the object still. All right, so I drew a black 9, a driver's license, another picture of a human. They seem nice. Maybe you can find them and make them your new favorite human. Boy, I would like to do that. I'm going to put another object here. So green. There is a driver's license in there. And I don't know what that would do, but if we encounter a human person that wants to kill us, then if we had that in our possession, we could turn it over. Yeah, you're not allowed to have any of the isms or the obias if you're punk. And if you spot someone who has an ism, if they're an ist of any sort, then you have to rat them out to the authorities. That's what punks do nowadays. I saw pictures right there on the stage. They had a big banner that said, "That's not what we do. That's not who we are." So that was our second event. And now we got to make a search check. An 8. And with our monocle. Oh, man. I understand now why the gardener has asked for our help. Because there's a trowel shortage in the city. Invest in trowel coin, people. Trowel coin is where the money's at. Create your own event or draw again. Yeah, we'll do that. Jack of Hearts. Fly into a low cloud of mist. No, wait a minute. I'm on the land. I'm searching around. I met an elder of my species who asked me to undertake an objective. Let's find out what other problems this... Man, C. Baldington has got 99 problems, and I got to solve them all. We're going to ask the golden-toothed squirrel to write a song about C. Baldington's 99 problems, but a raven ain't one. So we need to generate another objective, and we get an object. The object is going to be a 7, and the objective... Characters lost in the coal mines. Oh, their parents will reward you with an object. Oh, yeah, we knew that. We already drew that. If you can find the child, well, the character, and return them to the location. So who's lost? The 5 is the character will be, there is a clockwork spider lost in the mines. Clockwork spider in the coal mines. In the coal mines. If we can rescue the coal miner's spider, then we will get the object, the brooch shaped like a dagger. When making a successful claw attack, we can get a brooch. And that's going to be a... You write that down. Black 7. It lets us do 2 points of damage. 99 problems hanging on the wall. 99 problems right here. Now he's got a driver's license. If he can find a set of keys, he could really get somewhere. Vroom, vroom. I do not have it because I would rather have my pendulum that gives me +2 on my claw attack and my gas mask, which I don't care what it does. It looks cool. Yeah, these are new punks. I'm so old. Punk changed, not me. Falcon launch, Falcon punch. Oh, launch, okay. He can get with Paul Reynolds to work on the song. 99 problems hanging on the wall. Clockwork Spider sounds like a punk rock group, just saying. We are, or, a bad guy in the Wild Wild West. What else we got here? I think that was it for our first event. So we can get a brooch as a reward. And then our second event, before we do another search, is going to be... Yeah, clocks are big. Machines are heavy. Gas mask over a monocle. One of the eyepieces of my gas mask... oh, wait a minute. How does that work? Yeah, I guess one of the eyepieces is a monocle. Or, look, hey, you know, some of us are getting to that age. Maybe my gas mask has bifocals. Huh? I'm gonna patent that and make $1 million. Bifocals on a gas mask. 3 of Hearts. You find a cryptic message made of sticks laid on the floor. Make a signal check. I'd be happy to. I need a 9. I got a nothing. I can't deduce it. I don't know what's going on. But I get to make a search check to find the trowel. There's a shortage in town. I need a 6. I got a 10. That becomes an 11 with my monocle, with my eagle eye. So I now have the trowel, and I gotta put the pendulum down, guys. I gotta drop it. So I gotta take the trowel to the garden. Trowel. The good news is I know where I'm going now, and we are back in flight. So we'll fly up to here and do a flying check for a 7. I wish I had some post-it notes. Events in flight, red 7. A hostile gull is protecting his territory. Oh, darn you, bro. I wrote it down here. Curse you, Paul Reynolds. It's not Mike. We beat up Mike and we took his lunch money. Paul Reynolds is kind of in land, and we need to make an evade check. We need a 7. We failed it. So now we go to combat. I get a second chance. I need a queen. I failed it. And now Paul is going to attack us. He hits us with a jack, and we dodge it with a... Our evade is +2. We evade the attack. Bro, I'm just trying to get to work, guy. I need a 3 to evade. I got a 2. +2, I have evaded. I left him behind. We might need Bambi's Revenge, the dystopian Shark Tank. Who makes progressive lenses? Yeah, they probably like go tint in the daytime too. Does it make a quick stop for meat pies at Todd Sweeney? Why not? Carrying meat pies. So we run away bravely. We're crusaders, but we're lovers, not fighters. Create your own event. We got a lot of kings on this one. My new event is, nope, I'm going to draw. I get a 7. Conspiracy of Ravens are performing an airborne healing ritual. Join them and make a dance or sing check. Which am I good at? I'm better at dancing. I want to be a dancer, Dad. So, I need a 4, and I got a 10. And what does that mean? The crows were performing a healing ritual. If you succeed, you can remove 1 injury tick, and they will gift you with an object. So I'm back up to full health, and they say, oh, not only that, we're going to give you a miniature spyglass. Make search checks with authority while you're carrying this. Search checks. Ooh, we have not been, I'd have to drop the gas mask. I'm not going to do it. Thanks, guys. I don't need a spyglass. I'm good with my monocle. Moving on to the next text. Boop. And I'm kind of cutting along this way. I'll decide which one I want to go to first later. I would say somebody who has a progressive lens equipped gas mask is already making search checks with authority. That's the game's term for advantage. Draw 2 cards, take the highest. My flight check is another bird joins you. They're carrying object. Ooh, we can persuade them to give it to us. They're carrying a 10. I always like to check to see what they got. See if it's any better than what I got. Maybe we can trade, remember? Objects, the red 10. Sprig of seaweed from the... Oh, that's the tower. That's urban. Clockwork. I was going to say, the Thames. There's no Thames in Seabaldington. The river in Seabaldington is called the It's called the. Let me hang on a second here. It's called the. Braves. Yeah, Jose Corvo. That's our guy's name. It is the Carlson River. There you go. Carlson River. You've been immortalized. I meant monocles. 10. Object. Hairpin. Is that what I was looking for? Now I'm lost. I wanted to name my river so bad I forgot what I was looking for. I don't care. I'm moving on. Whatever they're selling, I ain't buying. I'm going back up here, and of course we're avoiding the Duke's Fort again because we don't need to get stopped by any patrols. Boom! Residuals. Here we go. 5,000 pairs of monocles. 4 of spades for our event in flight. A tailwind gives you haste. Immediately move to an adjacent hex. So we go up here. And we don't need to make a check. So then we'll go to here. And we do need to make a check. Jack. You fly into a low cloud or mist. Make a navigation check. I don't have anything. Oh, no, I have +1 to navigate. I need a 4. I got an 11. Come across. What are you? I like that I can go back and just check the card real quick. On a failure, you become lost. Well, we didn't fail. Our sense of distance is great. Or direction, I should say. We've got perfect direction. We fly into bad weather. Oh, we should have known with the mists that rains would surely follow. Make a search check for a place to take shelter. If you succeed, you descend and take 2 turns on land. If you fail, press on. Take 1 injury. I kind of want to fail this one, to be honest with you. I need a 6. I got a 5. This is a search check, though. I'm going to take the hurt. I'm going to power through. I don't want a safe place. That gives me 1 wound. See, I got wounds end to spare. All that water vapor could mist up your monocle. We'll be here all week, folks. Remember to tip your hostess. Says, and again, that's not me. That's Dice Tales. Todd Carlson. He expects residuals. Of course he does. What's 10% of $0 again? So we power through the rain, and we power through, and we make it to this hex. We're going to the police department first, which means we probably went 1 out of the way, but I don't know. We'll see. We're flying this way, so if we get blown off course, left or right, we still may wind up going to the garden. Modern math or real math? Oh. I don't know. The new math or the new math? Or the new math, which is the old math? Still 0. Yeah, either way you do it. 0 times. If I made $1 million on this, Carlson, you could have... Well, if I made $0, let me think. What if you divided it by 0? All right, and there's our final cut for the day. We are flying to... Let's see. So it rained. We powered through. And that was our last card. So now I got to draw for this one. Joker! Yoink! I got 2 free cards. 5 is the new event. You know what? Because I got the Joker, that's a free event. There is no Joker event, so I fly up to here, and I draw the 5 of diamonds. A rook flies by and asks for help. If you accept, you may generate a new objective. I like rooks. Chess is one of my favorite games. I'm running out of room. Look, I'm running out of room for my objectives here, guys. These things are coming thick as thieves. THICC. The objective for that. No, that's the mate that keeps coming around and hassling us. An airship is in trouble and slowly drifting out to sea. The engineer needs a Jack of Diamonds, which is a silver feather-shaped key. So he needs to unlock something. The airship needs a feather key. And I where would I get a feather key? In the watchmaker district, you think? And it's drifting out to sea. So this may be where we drop the airship, and we have a limited amount of time to save these poor people. I'm gonna draw a card, and I'm gonna count down from here. Ace. So there's an airship right here. Oh no! Okay. And it's drifting out to sea, so it will be traveling in this direction, 1 hex every day. Now I got to start tracking days, because if I'm going to save these people, I got to get to the watchmaker's district, and I got to get the key, and then I got to intercept the ship to save them. Sorry, Mr. Guy. Sorry, Mr. Gardner. I think you're on your own with that trowel. We move to here, so we got to help our buddy the Rook, and I'm losing sight of my... Yeah, okay, so now we go to the police department, and we're on the land. Feather Key is in the air. Where's the Feather Key? Does somebody have a better idea than me? Wouldn't be the first time. Is in the air temple? I don't see an air temple. Oh, I get it. That's one of those Avatar jokes, right? I got to do 2 land events. The first one is going to be a gravely injured fledgling. Tells you about a mission they're undertaking. Make a preen check to save them. Okay, what's our preen? We get a +1 to this. We need a 2. We got a king. We saved them. Do we take on their objective for them? Bro, I got enough. Buddy, you are doing well, but I can't help you anymore. What time is it? I might need to take that call, guys. How long have we been going? Hour and 16 minutes. So we get to the police department. We'll do one more land event, and then we fulfill our second objective. Create your own event. All right, we got to sweet talk our way past somebody, so we got to make a befriend check, and we're going to use our Joker just to wrap it up. So we get to the police department. We finish our second objective. So the Magpie inventor, we've now given the evidence to the coppers, and we need to do 2. So I'll put a little note here. We need 1 more objective. And I'm going to have to take that call. So, front desk says you're having too much fun. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Till next time, guys. It's been a blast. I'm praying for you.